all right. Get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
Set! Like 20? Set! Blue 30! Set! Like 20? Why they set? Set! Like 30! Blue 30! Set! 180!
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And, oh, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a... They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Shreds the tackle. And now past another. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scout report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Able to spin free. He's to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic. And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been... Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a little 3-6 here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers... Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their... They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Whoosh. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to... Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A second spin. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a nice spin. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now running right through him. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, eluding the tackle. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with another touchdown, number 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning past him. Oh, he sheds himself free. Finding room inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights him off. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And where he's at right now in this one, I would say this is a game to remember.
And not just for himself, but obviously for people like us watching it, analyzing it, calling it, and anyone who's involved in this game. The big runs, the big plays, it's been a blast.
Yeah, already over 250 yards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Skirts by him at the... He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give it to him up the middle. Nifty move. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I heard they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no
Maybe
doubt
some
about it.
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned into Madden.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, what a juke into space. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Steelers have... Fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still going. Now he opts for the spin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Another good run for him. And what else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Gets around him. A beautiful fake. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Top. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Room here to run. And now running right through it. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. He finds an opening past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
They talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Well, nobody leaked. Big play. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Shrugs him off. Still going. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time into Pittsburgh. They'll run it now out of the gun. Whoosh. And they work this out past the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I suspect this is one of those calls the defensive coordinator would love to have back.
Absolutely.
Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there was a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they really hit them big.
They were hoping for a couple yards of breathing room. They got a lot more than that. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Steelers offense, Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the guns. Spinning away. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 28 yards. Here's Matt Bosher now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. A spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know what benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Steelers offense, they can... gun. A beautiful spin and room to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on first down. Room to run past midfield. Look at the dance and the juke. And down to the 28-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fielded at the 20. He gets away from one. And now the spin. And he spins past him and into space. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins by. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Steelers offense, they can... Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys...
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
He was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Hill running right through it. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good game before he's taken down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Finding the end zone yet. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about...
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They juked him. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The Steeler first. Down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, the spin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They loved the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. They'll run it now out of the gun. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great...
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bust through the tackle, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins past it. Finding room to the 20. And there he goes again. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get it up the middle. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his... So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big... They'll run it now out of the gun. Evades him at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. On his way. They'll run it now out of the gun. Uses the spin. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And bulldozing his way through. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Yeah, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the...
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets past one man. And he'll work it across midfield inside. 45.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice little juke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense that's just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks, too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play,
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. Taking it in. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Dancing away at the 35. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? it means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts by him, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets past him at the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice spin into some open field. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big... They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And boy, it all came.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there from 7. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This will be taken at the 10. Oh, what a move. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Good move at the 30. There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. He flat.
Set! Blue 30!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's able to chew up 8 yards. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. Well, they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. Look at this spin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this... Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He has really been buoyed here by a strong running attack. They've been great on the ground.
And have enjoyed the entire process because oftentimes when you're running the football well, that's much more of a team effort. Everyone has to come together to make it work. Offensive line, wide receivers, the tight ends when they're on the field, maybe an extra running back leading. It is a really nice thing to see, a team type of thing. And guess what? Quarterback, he can get out of the locker room a whole lot faster after this game. The interviewers are going to go to the running back.
Yeah, now we hit the home stretch here in the fourth with their lead. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins away, and now running right through it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's
Cool.